hopefully you've all completed course 1, De-risk and IT Acquisition with Agile Methodologies, the Fundamentals. Just a quick reminder, I'm Ashley Owens, and I'm an acquisition strategist on the GSA Service Delivery team. I help GSA programs and project teams buy, build, and deliver digital products and services to customers, suppliers, and stakeholders, ultimately creating better services and more value for the public. I like to say I specialize in real talk, which if you've done course 1, you've seen videos with me in course 1 where I have a little bit of real talk, and you'll probably see that a little bit here too. I teach acquisition teams to use modern procurement methods and apply agile acquisition methods to the acquisition of digital technology, services, and products. What does that mean? Basically, I specialize in applying agile methods to the federal procurement process. And we use this process to de-risk procurements and ultimately create higher post-award user satisfaction through a buying process that is focused on user needs, everything that you basically learned in the fundamentals course. We're here to dive into the content from that course as a developmental assignment. In this developmental assignment, we're focused on applying all the agile acquisition planning, the build, buy, blend, the user research, problem statement, all of those things will culminate into an assignment. In particular, we'll be pulling together everything that we learned in course 1 to create a draft agile acquisition plan, which is a fundamental document in procurement. As a quick reminder, in that course, we learned about the types of IT procurement that are appropriate for agile acquisition methods, because I always say it doesn't apply to everything, or it has not been applied to everything. So we learned about the types of IT procurements that are appropriate for agile acquisition methods and the acquisition environment that facilitates the success of these agile procurements. We also talked about the organizational culture and roles and responsibilities of government personnel. We learned some of the vocabulary that is used in these acquisitions and in the agile projects that the government is seeking via these acquisitions. Perhaps most importantly, we learned about the agile acquisition methods that help optimize the results attained via these agile projects. And real talk, traditional acquisition methods can interfere with or even prevent the success of agile development initiatives. Remember, agile acquisition methods apply throughout the entire life cycle, which is why we call it user-centered procurement. With agile, we do things differently from requirements definition through contract performance management. More specifically, you will remember that we talked about how user research validates requirements or the problem statement. Having the program office develop a problem statement and product vision, engaging with user research professionals to validate and understand what users need and what they really want by interviewing and surveying end users and examining their behaviors, leading to a better understanding of the user experience. And we seek to include that user feedback throughout the life cycle, increasing the probability that you buy or build products that meet user needs and expectations. User research helps us understand the various types of users and how their needs and preferences vary, which is important because that is who the contract is for. You have heard about human-centered procurement. You'll hear me say user-centered procurement a lot. This is about understanding needs and designing products and services around the needs of the users and conducting various evaluation methods such as usability testing or code reviews to ensure their usefulness. Both agile acquisition and human-centered procurement or user-centered procurement focus on the user as a critical foundation to success. We also talked about the build, buy, blend process, because I always say real talk, once you know what the users need, you only have 3 options. You're either going to build a thing, you're going to buy a thing, or it's going to be a blend of those two. So we talked about the build, buy, blend process, how the acquisition team determines if they are able to buy an existing solution, if they need to build a custom solution, or blend by integrating an existing product with custom development to create the solution your users need. The build, buy, blend analysis is also known as an analysis of alternatives in many different agencies and is documented in the technical discovery document. You might remember that we told you that this build, buy, blend analysis leads to your acquisition strategy and plan. Now we are back to learn more about that acquisition plan, and we're going to do more hands-on work because this is a developmental assignment. We are going to build on our previous discussion of the organizational culture that supports successful agile development initiatives, including understanding a blameless culture, which is fundamental to Agile, focusing on the root cause of problems and looking for opportunities to improve systems and processes instead of looking for someone to blame. We will also talk about a concept known as definition of done. This is a technique adopted from industry that allows everyone, both in the government team and the contractor team, to have a clear picture of what is expected and when a deliverable is complete, and the team can move on to the next task and deliverable. Perhaps most importantly, we will talk about the Agile Acquisition Plan template. As I said earlier, that's the fundamental developmental assignment. We have included a number of pro tips for how to use the template. You'll also see little cameos from me on different things that are important in the template. And I hope that you will find this helpful and that you will apply what you learn, not just in Agile acquisitions, but also that you will take the things that you learn here and use these strategies to de-risk all of your procurements. Also, shout out to GSA's IT Acquisition Working Group for hosting this developmental assignment and helping put this series together.